Troopers and grinders. It is Hank the Tank and my hermano to my right, the Vinny the Guinea. And this is Rapid Riffin with Hank the Tank and Vinny the Guinea. We got the alliteration going on. We got the big rhyme schemes. We're hip hop artists going through the book, the old book of hip hop, and changing the rap game with our rhyme schemes. It's truly revolutionary stuff. Chain
riffing away.
Yeah, exactly. So it was meant to be Hank the Tank and Vinny the Guinea. It just rolls off the tongue, unless you are dyslexic. So, yeah, we are here in our studios. Vinny's got the surfs up. I got the West Side when we die. Fuck for life. You claim to be a player, but I fuck your wife. I got that Tupac West Coast energy, And meanwhile, I got my Timu, Idaho by my side. It's Vinny from the Midwest. All right.
And you are Jupac giving us a live performance there.
Tupac Shakur, and I got my oh god, what was it? I got Suge Knight. I got Suge Knight, Vinny the Guinea.
Suge Knight.
Help me out and pop. Exactly. I got Dab Knight. Dab Knight. Yeah, exactly. I got Booger Shirt Night.
What?
Yeah.
Right, dude.
And then it's like, hey, you're gonna pull an MTV Music Video Awards speech where it's like, hey, if you're not down with Hank the Tank comment, if you are not in the Hank Tank army with the troopers and grinders, I'm gonna cap your ass. I want to be like those East Side, MA, bad boys with no testosterone, still developing brains. Then you can say hello to Mr. 9mm right here.
Yeah. Mr. Nepo Chill.
Nepo Chill, that's him. That's what we call him, Nepo Chill, right? Nepo Chill. I heard that from Vinny Guinea when he was talking to me at Mar-a-Lago, and we came up with Little No Chill, Little Nepo Chill, right?
Little Nepo Chill.
And we like that, Same thing with Little Elon and Little No Chill. Yo, what up? Welfare Queens, the both of them. Yo, what up, dogs? How's it going, King's World? Good to see you, my man. King's World actually had a great conversation with me. Oh, we had a great conversation the other day. We discussed many things on the golf course, and many of those included getting rid of stuff that's bad, that's negative, that's tied to my past, that people are going to use to exploit, and new time viewers would come across, and he's just like, dude, just get all that negativity out of your life, man. Like that's not doesn't define you, and it just gives credence to all those other guys, And so I got rid of it. I got rid of all that shit. Hey,
good. Nepo Chill.
It's our yeah, we got MC Andy B in the building. How's it going, Andy? No chill. He is a lazy baka. I'm gonna make him a Buddha.
Yeah, I was calling him Bloat Chill too.
No chill has no soul.
He's doesn't know chill.
Yeah, he does not know chill. He only knows Adderall. Today I saw a guy like Vinny get knocked the fuck out by a homeless crackhead. Well, it wasn't Vinny. It wasn't Vinny because the dude has an iron chin. He's got a Marvin Vittori chin, dude.
Facts. It's true. Without even training or doing anything. Hey, bro, did you just say that he's on Adderall?
No comment.
Wow, bro.
Let's just say that word's out there. And a certain other YouTuber who he fucked around with and bribed and tried to blackmail for a certain amount of money, let that slip. So don't blame me, blame the messenger.
He's poor chill, dude. No way.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Wild.
Yeah, Nepo Chill. Today no way. Vinny's got an iron chin. How are you guys doing this evening? I'm doing fine. I was gonna take this day to relax and work on some content, but whenever Vinny comes a knock, and Hank the Tank is going to answer. So, I was eating steaks and drinking beer in Brazil, and Vinny called me for 5 days notice, my brother. And I say, oh, fuck that. But then they promised me big paycheck. I come out to New York. They take away my visa. Whatever. I still take out Brad Tavares and coming for the light vision. Hanky wants money.
At a time when Vinny the Guinea was asking to do a fucking panel, I had to go with him.
Hey, they asked me to come in short notice and go on this fight, and I say, "God, stupid motherfucker!" But I come in short notice, and let me tell you, I cannot afford to lose, my brother. I cannot afford to lose. Edmonton is over.
That's a good
Yes,
fucking. That's a great
Okay.
Morcano, dude.
Thank
It's
you.
a great Morcano.
I love watching his channel, and he comes in with a little like little cap that's like slanted up. And he's like, "What's up, motherfuckers? Money Morcano here to break down who the peaks for UFC."
And then he'll go into like a tangent.
Yeah.
He'll be like,
UFC 3, 12. And let me tell you, Gilbert Burns is gonna take over the welterweight division, my brother. Brazil is on top, my brother.
"Oh wait, let me tell you, my brother. Bitcoin, my brother, in Austrian School of Economics, my brother." And he just breaks off into like this crazy tangent about just.
Let me tell you about the oh god, who's a famous god. Now I'm gonna be obsessed until I know this economist's name, because it's something that he just pull out of a hat. You know, what is it?
The Austrian School of Economics guy.
I think no, he's from way back.
Dana Weiss.
Dana White.
Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
English.
Adam Smith.
My brother.
Adam Smith, famous economist, my brother. He said capitalism is the root of all good, my brother. And let me tell you something. The French Revolution are a bunch of atheist, non-Christian bitches, my brother. They destroy the cemetery. They burn down the mosque. They take away the dead bodies and they hump their corpses, my brother. Fuck you, the French, you bunch of little figs. And let me tell you something. Conservatism is the future. Hyper-capitalism invest big time, my brother.
My brother. Everybody who likes capitalism has no capitalism. Fuck you, my brother. It's so funny.
You are not a capitalist until you get social capital, my brother. And I got that from playing Call of Duty back at midnight. I was 16 years old, my brother, and my father he birthed me when he went out to the ladies. He's 80 years old, my brother. He went to the strip club, my brother, and out I popped out. I want to be a cop.
His monologues all day. He's so funny.
Yeah, I want to be a cop. I want to be a cop. I want to fight crime in America. I was surprised because if Vinny saw a crackhead, he'll knock him out. he'll crack him out, and then he'd be like, "Hey, are you using that?" Yoink! And then he'd just, he'd have an extra meal for midnight, Dude, how does this go in a dab, man? He just. But I'm good, by the way. Good to hear, Andrew B. Good here. Let's see. What else? The crackhead was harassing a lady, and Vinny looking dude tried to help and protect. He protect, but he also attack. But instead, he got knocked the fuck out by a literal crackhead. It was so embarrassing. Well, he pulled a BJ Penn, and now he's gonna pretend like his whole entire family is made up of clones and robots who took over every single one of his family members. So sad fate for Timu Vinny the Guinea.
Do you watch Mexican martial arts?
Yes, on occasion.
He's like, "Hey guys, and that's the thing about Dana White. He's just an embarrassment to this company, And I think that John Jones should vacate."
Statement of the century. I can't believe it.
He thinks that Madalena is a clone. He thinks his fucking girl is a clone. And that the Smithsonian is in her pocket. Every time that he starts talking about like something that's like bad, like the government or whatever, he'd be like, "Watch this, see? Oh, look, fool." And she comes in right as I'm talking about the, who, fool. She comes in. Oh, has to interrupt me. He thinks that she's a clone, dude. We got to save Madalena.
Dude, it isn't my girlfriend, Madalena. It's Jack Della Madalena, man. It's JDM pretending to be my girlfriend, dude.
Hey, I say that's true, Holmes. I have to hit him with my chonclas, bro.
Dude, I have to pull an Islam, dude. I gotta sniff his crotch until that's all I know, Make me
Well,
happy.
dude, do you know that Islam has 8 finishes out of his last 9 fights?
He does.
Brutal.
Not bad, not bad. So we'll see. That's going to be an exciting fight between JDM and Islam Makhachev. But it'll be Craig Jones against Khabib and Islam's coach
Dude, did you play
back in the day. It'll be a battle
a battle of what? Say that again.
of philosophies between sending this guy to Dagestan for 2 years and forget, and Craig Jones telling, dude, all you have to do is like kick off of him. You know, you just have to use your legs and you have to like push them off of you.
We got a big problem, bro. So Islam Makhachev ragdolled Bilal, okay? Bilal and JDM have close fights. We have a big issue here because there's no ragdolling between Bilal and JDM. But Bilal says, dude, Islam ragdolls me and beats me in the cardio department too.
Crazy, man. But at the time, if JDM can get up from on bottom against a guy who's Bilal was a little bit tinier than Jack Della Maddalena, right? If I'm not mistaken, he was a little bit smaller. So now he's dealing with that same kind of like height difference with Islam Makhachev, and we'll see whether he'll be able to get up. You know what I would do if I was JDM is I would go to Alexander Volkanovski and be like, dude, teach me your ways. I want you and Craig Jones training me 3 days a week. I'll pay you. Dude, that would fucking pay off big time.
I don't know, dude. I think that we're forgetting that Islam was dehydrated in that first fight and he has to cut a lot of weight. And I think that it's just, I don't think that I don't think that Islam and Volk are anywhere near each other in skill. I think if they fought again, I think if they fought again, that it would be a repeat of the last fight, like a very early knockout for Islam.
But you also got to consider at the same time, he was tied up 2 rounds to Dustin Poirier, who should honestly he's going to retire.
Did you watch
next fight?
We should watch that fight again together because what I saw, and I think that you would agree with me, Islam would come in, throw a combination, hit him with all 3 pieces of the combo, clinch up or shoot and take him down or clinch up at will. And he did it for 4 rounds. And when he decided to end the fight, he did that beautiful trip and he ended the fight right immediately afterwards. The whole thing was a performance. It was a show from Islam, dude. He gets too many fast finishes and doesn't get to show how great he is. Remember that whole card sucked?
That card did suck. That card sucked big time. In event,
Islam put that card on his back.
Yeah, that's true.
Trust me, dude. Him and Dustin are nowhere close. Islam could have ended that fight in the first or second round if he chose. I promise you.
Yeah, but at the same, you wouldn't want to see yourself get cut open right down your forehead. You know, he allowed Dustin Poirier to cut him up a little bit. Like it was staged. I wouldn't allow him to do. If he did that, I'd immediately finish him.
It's not that it's staged, and he's immediately finished his last 7 fights before that Dustin finish. But the thing is we've seen from Ankalaev, remember how he would just fight Jan for like 2 rounds standing on the feet? He decided to fight Alex for just standing on the feet for 2 rounds. You remember that?
Yeah.
Just
I remember
putting on a performance. Bilal decided not to take down JDM. He put on a standing on the feet performance, trying to please the crowd.
Right.
That's why Islam got tagged up and got split up, because he was pleasing the crowd. He was trying to do right by you guys.
For you guys, dude. For you guys. But like, what if he tries that again, Vinny? What if he tries that again? I wouldn't be messing around if I was dealing with Jack Della Maddalena, you know?
Well, I don't think he is going to this time. I think that Islam knew that he had 0 danger threat against Dustin, which he got cut up for sure. But
also, when have we ever seen Jack Della Maddalena get rocked by a strike?
You know what? I haven't seen it, but I have seen his grappling, like from Basil Hafez, get really exposed. Yeah,
that's true. But he came back, dude, and I think he showed the best takedown defense of his career against Bilal Muhammad. So I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a close one. In my opinion, it's going to be close. I don't. I think if we're going to see a finish, it'll be like with Dustin Poirier in like the 5th round. But I don't see Jack Della Maddalena doing it early. I think it's going to be a very interesting fight, especially with Islam Islam going up a weight class and dealing with somebody who's taller than him. Everybody hit the like button.
We got to remember that Jack has this really awkward sort of Rocky style.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as Islam, he doesn't need to challenge Jack's takedown defense. He just need to challenge Jack's, when you get into the clinch game and you're able to trip and throw people. Yeah. Islam is really good at taking an awkward, off-balance person, like how Jack has that movement, and using it against him to throw him and get him in awkward positions from the clinch.
Right. That's true. Okay. I mean, yeah, he's definitely got the skills to pay the bill. He's pound for pound number 1 for a reason. I'm just saying that he's vulnerable. I'm not saying I'm just saying he's not invincible. And I think that's a take that I can make, given his last 2 fights and who his opponents have been. I think that I think it's more than likely he wins against Jack Della Maddalena. But what I say is just don't be surprised. Don't be surprised at all.
I'm just going to say if Dustin and JDM had a fight, it's going to be damn close. It might be like a fucking Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier type fight, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Islam kind of toyed and fucked around with Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is literally a great.
That's true. He gave Khabib his toughest fight before he got subbed. That's a fact. Vinny,
put him in that tight guillotine.
Yeah, Gilly Goose Gang, dude. Gilly Goose Gang. Oh, Vinny, you are so beautiful, and someday you will shave your beard, says Andrew B. So he wants to know, man. I think he thinks you'd look handsome being a shaved man.
I did like a nice little modeling gig for Cosmo. Well, I got offered a modeling gig. I didn't actually do it.
Yeah, he sort of looked like Cosmo Kramer when you think about it. Hey, Jerry.
Cosmo.
You got some habaneros in the fridge? Ooh, you don't want that, Jerry. Oh, you don't want those habaneros. They go bad. They go bad.
Spicy.
They're spicy.
Hey, dude, I got this new dab rig.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like Kamaru Usman and the Green Goblin at the same time?
Yeah, it does.
Most impressive. I'm going to get the spider off my back.
Spider-Man? Did somebody say explosives?
Yeah. Listen, no matter how much you try to entertain fans and find finishes, they will hate you. Eventually, they will hate you.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, what is up, Capitan Rafuko? Always nice to see the captain in the Hang Tank Army once again.
Capitan.
Yeah, let's deviate to another subject now. Speaking of Kamaru Usman, what do you think of Usman versus Bilal happening in the future?
Stinker. I don't want to see it at all. It's going to be boring.
Wrestling
styles. I don't want to see it, dude.
I don't know, man. People forget, man, when he had fights with Colby Covington. Those were banged up. Both wrestlers, and then they canceled each other out, and they just had a war back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, Bilal was on too big of a streak before to have to fight down like that. Usman was just on a 3-loss streak. I think it needs to be Brady versus Usman. I want to see that fight. And I want to see Leon versus Shavkat. I think that they need to keep fighting it out and finding out who's really the best at the top there, because there's still a lot of unresolved fights. We got to find out who's the best strikers and grapplers.
I mean, to be fair, I'm actually sort of surprised that Usman and Bilal have never had a fight against each other, given that they started out around the same time. Bilal was right there neck and neck with Leon Edwards for a title shot against Usman. And I don't know. I mean, some people think it's going to be a good fight because when you think about it, Bilal chose to strike with Jack Della Maddalena, with Usman. He grappled here, but that was against someone who was a striker. Now he's dealing with someone who's more of a wrestling threat, and they might end up having a war, man. It could happen.
Here's the problem, dude. Usman is did you see his stand up against Buckley? How he was kind of almost getting rocked. Like he was trying to roll with shots but getting rocked with them at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
Dude, I was so afraid he was going to get KO'd in that fight, dude. I kind of don't want to see Usman fight anymore. Same with Bilal. I really don't want to see them fight anymore. They're getting old. They should really call it quits. Islam's in the division now. They can't be champion. You know,
Never again. Like I said, I think the result of JDM versus Islam could be close. So I wouldn't leave anything out. And besides, it just in general, if you have a guy who's your champion who's like a super, double champion on the shorter side, there's a chance that he'll be more vulnerable at a higher weight class than he would be, in lightweight. So I think there's a solid chance. And Islam isn't a spring chicken either. So I say Usman has a shot if he wins one more fight. He could get a title shot next. And we saw how he did against Khamzat Chimaev, dude. In my opinion, that was a draw. That was a draw between them. So, in my opinion, Usman actually hasn't really looked that bad in a while.
Let's remember that Bilal said that he gets ragdolled. And then the big fact here is Islam was down to fight Bilal, and Bilal wasn't down to fight Islam. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
If you look on my page, there's a video posted of what's his name, Luke Rockhold, saying that while he was training, he was getting ragdolled by Islam Makhachev, who's he's 225. Luke Rockhold when he's in training. Luke Rockhold's a decorated wrestler, dude. He's probably the best wrestler in the UFC and a UFC champion. He's getting ragdolled by Islam Makhachev while Islam's fighting in the UFC at 155, and he's not out of camp. He's in camp at 225. Dude, I think Islam ragdolls everybody up to 205.
Right. I mean, up to 205 is crazy. Nah, that's crazy. Dude, I think a Drickus, even a Magomed,
no, Magomed beats him, but dude, Pereira doesn't beat Islam.
Strickland could beat his ass if he stuffs any of those takedowns. I really do think so. I think Cannonier would probably knock out Islam.
You think Cannonier wouldn't be? Dude, Cannonier would get taken down to the fence and manhandled, dude. He would get just obliterated. He would get exposed in the wrestling. Islam would
Imavov.
Imavov doesn't have the wrestling either. He's from France. The problem is as you go up,
and a striker. He started out as a wrestler. He started out as a wrestler.
Oh, Dagestani?
Yeah, he's a French Dagestani.
Oh, well, he's not going to fight Islam then anyway. But they're not even going to fight each other no matter what.
Yeah. But
the problem is that if you go up in weight, you go down in skill commensurately.
Yeah, exactly.
Islam's skill is not going to go down, but his weight will increase. And the big problem there is that everybody that's in higher weight classes is not going to be able to deal with that insane Dagestani wrestling. That's Khabib going up in weight, basically, dude. That's ridiculous.
I think if Craig Jones hangs around some of these guys and starts training them against Islam, I think we would have a Dominic Cruz situation on our hands where it's like, oh shit, they figured him out.
Dude, you got to find real warriors to do that in the first place, and you guys just don't have them. Everybody on your team
is a warrior, dude.
Dude, he's a drunk though. He drinks alcohol. He's got he's going to get stressed and overburdened, and he's going to get gassed. It's not going to be fun for him like it is for Islam.
We'll see. Hopefully JDM's clever and he schedules the fight for Ramadan.
You actually perform better in Ramadan. But the crazy thing too is, that Hamza broke his hand in the Usman fight in round 1.
Man, he's so fucking brittle, dude.
Well, you're in a fight, you know what I mean?
No, the dude's literally immunocompromised. They had to take out a piece of his larynx.
Who?
Dude. He got fucking hospitalized off some bad food.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. So there's a reason that dude pulls out of a bunch of fights or goes way overweight against fucking Kevin Holland,
Yeah, he's a total idiot. I think these people are extravagant morons. They don't even follow, the religion that they follow is so far from the religion of Islam. It's so weird.
They
follow this thing.
Yeah. He hung out
with this extravagant version.
He hung out with Kadyrov a bunch of times. He was like his number 2 guy for a little bit. Video of him and Darren Till driving around in a car?
What's wrong with that, dude? Dude, if Kadyrov is capable of killing you and your family if you disrespect him, dude.
Yeah, I'm just
If Kad-
saying, like,
Dude, if he
might
knocks
not
on
be
your
his voice,
mom's door,
but yeah, he better be happy that he moved over to the Middle East, because if he stayed around, that his empire right now is collapsing. Kadyrov's, he is not looking good. Like, the police
well,
are actually
but
starting to do their jobs.
you can't blame Hamza though for
No,
going along with Kadyrov because you can't tell him no, dude. That's not how that works, bro. You have to just whatever you ask, we can dance and do whatever. You can let your kids beat me up. It's all good. He doesn't have a choice.
that was definitely the worst. That was the worst of his career, is when he was hanging. He had a close ass with Gilbert, and then he misses weight against Kevin Holland. And ever since he exited Kadyrov's influence, he's been dominating again.
Yeah,
I'm done here
that's
tonight.
true, dude.
I'm so heartbroken about the game afterwards. We need a cup in Canada at some point. We can't live without it. It hurts so much. I get it, Andrew. But sometimes when you got a curse like that, Canada doesn't win at its own sport, like, sometimes those curses last a long time. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I was hoping that the Oilers would win as well, because the Panthers already won a cup, and fuck America. But, it is what it is, man. There's always next year. Buckley,
Hey, I
I
got my laptop on the charger. Hold on.
Buckley, I can't believe he lost. Yeah, I mean, he just, lost all ability to stuff a takedown, basically. Ugh. I'm out. All right, catch you later, Andrew B. Bum 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 bum. Hey, bum 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 bum. Where's my image? Here, I got it. I don't care if Vinny's back. I'm gonna insert this image just for shits and giggles. Hold on. Where is it? Is Andrew still here? Oh yeah, he's still here. Andrew B's always like, "I'm out. I'm done, guys." And then, by the way, what do you think about this?
Andrew B, and the B stands for bipolar.
Actually, the B stands for base, but based is also a synonym for bipolar. Trust. Come on.
Watched.
I am Israel Adesanya. I am the last gyno bender. I am the killer. And when I come back, it's going to be the hunter becoming the hunted, becoming the hunter, becoming the hunted again, becoming watch. All right.
Dude, I hate sitting like this because your spine's not like straight, so you're not thinking straight and you can't breathe right. I feel like I'm not going to get the best quips out of myself when I'm.
Oh damn!
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, do your Vinny the Guinea thing, dude. Circle around the room. Go on the racetrack. Get on the bicycle.
I need to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Stand up next to you.
Oh god, there was some. Oh god, what was it? There was some Cartman episode where he like did that song, and I swear by the moon and the stars, and Cartman was like, when I'm in there with you, my dear, and I will be your only man, Kyle. And he's like, he's gonna
baritone Cartman.
He's gonna fuck Kyle, basically.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I've seen that.
And I swear, better me understand you can.
God damn it!
Yeah, I see that. It's so funny.
King World is still here. Can you see any of the comments, Vinny?
I'm not paying attention. Let me look. Oh yeah, I do. Where are you at?
Where are you at? I'm on 21, 27, 13, I believe.
Aisha's mother is a dirty. Dude, you know Persian is Iran? Don't say that right
Wow.
now with what's going on, dude. You're crazy. Hey, bro, you know that what's nuts? I said that me and you should start a political channel. And then
Mhm.
one day later, a war broke out between people that look like you and people that look like me.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean,
Well, you don't
it's
really look
it's
Jewish.
really. I mean, I'm actually sort of more part Irish, Scottish than I am Jewish, and even my Jewish heritage goes back to the Eastern Europe. They're like
Oh, okay.
the Dutch, so
Oh,
I
so it's
don't really
both
connect
based.
too much with it. Yeah,
That's two based races right there, dude. Hell yeah.
thank you,
The
thank you.
Scotch are
Yeah.
amazing. The Scotch kept their own language, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Where the fuck is
Scotch
it?
Irish.
Yeah, 16, 15, 14. Okay, I'm way off. God damn it. Whatever, I don't
John.
care. I'll keep on riffing. Um,
Yeah. Well,
do more riffing with Vinny the Guinea. I do understand JDM is so, and we'll talk about the current situation in the Middle East after I'm done reading these comments. What a thrill that'll be, ladies and gentlemen. JDM is so good and he's so bad as a fighter. I don't think he's that bad as, I mean, he's the champion right now, Andrew. Yeah. And keep in mind, Vinny, the reason why King's World is saying this is because Isha has basically made a bunch of sound bites of me, like mocking me. And like from my old days when I was doing Fight Companions, he's kept some of those and he just plays them as like a running joke for his chat and basically challenges me to fight No Chill over and over again and says he would basically lay down his life if I fought like some guy who would knock my head off. Basically, the dude's fucking obsessed.
dude, what the fuck? Dude, that's so wild.
Yeah, the guy's he's mentally not there.
What is going on?
There have been many times where like I would just do Fight Companions and streams, and then he just come in like, yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? Yeah. What'd you say about this? Yeah. And then he just leave.
What? I was really cool with Isha, dude. I didn't know he was even like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I don't hang out in his Fight Companions anymore, despite him being like the reason me and Idaho started streaming in the first place. Like Idaho would basically start. He would have private chats with Isha where he would just basically make fun of me. His own podcast. Yeah, exactly. So basically, he turned Isha against me over time, and then Isha just basically developed a fucking hate boner. This was before I fucking snapped on him. And again, like you've mentioned to me, like, oh, everybody wants to say Hank he crashes out on people. Yeah, once they start provoking me, once they literally incite me being angry. Oh, you got mad at me.
It's so fucking annoying, dude. I think you should. That's what I'm saying, dude. We should do a political channel and get a way bigger audience than this, bro.
Mm-hmm. We could I could make a lot more politicized thumbnails for our streams together. What a wonderful world this would be. I know
Good morning.
I don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. I don't know about a science book. I don't know about the course I took, but I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And I know that if I streamed with you, what a wonderful world this would be.
I'm just a bill.
Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm making way on Capitol Hill. Well, it is off to the White House where I'll sit here and wait with a bunch of other bills in the Capitol estate. But I know I'll be a law someday. Yes, I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
It's so funny, dude. You have the whole
He
thing
signed a bill. Now hear a law. Oh yes.
That's so fucking funny, dude. I'm saying we should do a politics channel. You represent one side, I represent the other.
Exactly. Right. I forgot. See that when they started slaughtering Palestinians, they were justified because they have a right to exist there, and and you see that they're scientists. They developed certain things that you put inside of a thing that you talk to on a brick, you know, and when that thing, you know, they're really geniuses, you know.
Please pay me, by the way. Israel.
And of course, Isha, he cool with me. Oh wait, hold on. King's World said something. Hold on, where show the fucking comment. There we go. I love Iran and supporting them in the war, but oh wow, okay. Hank supports. That's true. I do, and I've supported it since that evil fucking slaughter started. I fucking hate that Benjamin motherfucker. And so everybody thinks that I'm secretly part of some secret Jewish organization like World Order, but the truth is I'm right on the front lines with all these other sisters. So, dude, I hope that fucking Iran fucking bombards them before the U.S. even sets fucking foot on Middle Eastern soil. And if they do show up, I hope Trump does what he always does, and which is fuck his entire plan up and be a fucking dipshit and have his drunky McDrunk uncle, Pete Hegseth, doing war plans for it. That Israel fucking wave a white flag in months.
What if, right, it actually is that Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't have any agency at all. He's just big weapons in a mask. And his Mossad agents got this Epstein list is not a flight log of people that visited Epstein's island, but it's people that are blackmailed by Israel to do whatever Israel wants. And that's why Trump, who's on Epstein's list, can't do anything against Israel because they'll release crazy shit that would make him lose his family and go to prison, right? But Netanyahu isn't actually Netanyahu. It's just RTX and Nordstrom Grommet and all of these weapons manufacturers with a mask on, like basically using like a puppet or a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the only hole in that is that would that same thing apply to Biden, since he like unequivocally supported them for 2 years.
Same exact thing applies to Biden. You know that the Secretary of Defense was Lloyd Austin, who worked for RTX. He left RTX and went to be the Secretary of Defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just RTX in a mask. That's all.
I think Trump also has a hard-on for dictators, dictator tots, and he wants to be one himself. That's why he admires Netanyahu, and also he basically allowed Israel to install a embassy or some sort of, I forget what it was. I think it was an embassy. They allowed him to like build an embassy right in the middle of like fucking Palestine, so that to assert Israeli control over the country. And that was back in like 2017, 2018. So
evil, dude.
Basically he's always been in fucking Netanyahu's pockets. They both have been. And basically the US supports Israel because they fucking bribe them.
Yeah, exactly, dude. They're all pedophiles that are either blackmailed or being bribed.
Yep. And of course, Rush Hour J. I like Rush Hour J way more than I like Isha. It's really telling that this whole time, Rush Hour J's been completely cool with me and is always happy when I'm on stream and always, jovial and encouraging me. And Isha fucking turned his back on me in a matter of 4 or 5 months. Andrew, no one gives a shit about you. That's me in King's World. Hey. Just kidding. Love. All right. Well, I don't even want you sarcastically insulting Andrew B. I don't want nobody insulting Andrew B. I know that in zone and fucking some of the people in this chat, but I don't like anybody talking bad about Andrew B. Anybody. And that's actually another interesting thing, Vinny. People have actually like tried to poke at me for defending Andrew B. and being his friend. Like that's an unusual thing to do in this world of MMA, is have someone that you actually trust and would go up to bat for. And they think that I'm weak because of that. And they're like, oh yeah, the only people that are in your stream is Andrew B. You know, are all the mentally, brain dead people. And it's fucked up, dude. Like Andrew B, say what you want about people who have, disabilities, mental disabilities, but a lot of those people are fucking trustworthy people and honest people who would
The
never.
best-hearted humans.
Yeah,
But the crazy part
yeah,
is
exactly.
if you even have the heart to say anything negative in Andrew B in the sentence or even derogatory about him in any way at all, that's a fucking evil person right there. Straight up, dude.
Yeah.
That's an Argentipede fucking weirdo right there, dude, to the max. It's like Mailson or something.
Yep, pretty
Or
much.
No Chill.
I mean,
Mailson and No Chill are fucking like this, by the way. They're super tight.
I can't believe how many I can't believe how many YouTubers he given a fucking wrench for. Like you're literally allowing Jerry Seinfeld to hold a wrench and have mod abilities. Like the fuck's I get older, they stay the same. All right, all right, all right. That's who you just gave a wrench.
Yeah, right, dude. This fucking community is all pedophiles, dude. The more I stay here, the more I realize it.
Yeah, exactly. King's World is wondering what RTX is.
RTX is Raytheon. It's a weapons manufacturer.
Interesting. Sorry, Andrew. All right, cool. I settled the fake beef. All right, that's nice. But you can't say shit about Andrew. Anyway, so yeah, this is sad seeing Israel basically get away with whatever it wants. It's basically like a spoiled fucking child that's grown fat and is starting to beat up mom, and dad's just letting it happen. That's what it's like. Some kid that's fucking making full control, even though he's a little fucking weakling, but he has control over his parents, basically.
Yeah, it feels that way, but we really got to look at it like it's Raytheon drumming up business.
Could be.
Okay.
I think it's also that, I mean, we like to make the little conspiracies about these things, but the truth is, man, some states are just made to be ethnocentric and fucking evil and hateful of one people. And, I mean, it's literally it's a colony. It's literally it's like basically the 13 colonies in the 1800s.
Yeah, but it's
got to manifest our destiny.
What it's the people that it's funded by are the international banking cartels, which all run all of the global weapons manufacturers. And when you have a country like America that spends $82 billion or $820 billion per year on defense, you get a lot of weapons that are stockpiled and not used. We've seen weapons that have been dropped on Gaza that were made in the 80s and the 70s. You know that? A lot of those bombs. That's just old weapon stock they're getting rid of. So it seems like they're trying to provoke everybody in the region into a greater war so they can use up old weapon stocks. It's just America in a mask, and America in a mask is just big weapons in a mask because that's all we are is big weapons defense budgeting.
By the way, did you see that footage of Trump's little Kim Jong-un totalitarian military parade that he tried to host on Washington, D.C., which is stupid, by the way, because guess what you do when you bring in a bunch of tanks onto a public road?
You ruin its lifespan?
Yeah, you ruin its fucking infrastructure. It takes millions and millions of dollars to fix. So yeah, the waste, fraud, and abuse. We're getting rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse, everybody. And that includes our perfectly fine infrastructure system.
That's the problem with having these really old people, like these terminally old people as our politicians.
Yeah.
Is they could wake up with a fucking congenital heart failure tomorrow and they know that and be out of this world the next day. They don't have to deal with repercussions 20 years
Exactly, dude. I've been saying that. For years. That these old fucks who are on death's door, they don't give a shit. They have no morals. They have nothing to value anymore. All they have is their fake legacy to leave behind. They don't give a shit about anybody as long as they just get remembered for bullshit.
And they were Sith Lords in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a reason Palpatine looks like a fucking gray little prune.
Dude, right? You see Trump eating fucking fast food and shit in his old age? That is insane, dude.
Yeah.
He's about to die.
Yeah, exactly. So it's same thing with Putin, dude. I'm telling you, he's probably like pre-cancerous, in my opinion. Vinny, can you talk more about this stuff? I like what you just talked about. I think it's all facts, and I want to hear it if you don't mind sharing. You got any additional info for Old King's World?
Yeah, so there's this entity called the Owners and Controllers of Global Financialized Capital, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially the people that run like consumer goods, so BlackRock, which creates 80% of consumer goods in the world, weapons manufacturers, the global banking cartels, and it's basically this circle of people that represents like a tiny percentile of the world, but it's this basically they're called neocons, they're globalists,
Yes.
and they have this agenda, and the agenda is Talmudic in nature, where they want to destroy all Gentiles. They want to basically use these weapons that they've created to now kill us all off, and they want to get us into these wars and divide us and mass conquer us through that division, and through bombing us and weakening our infrastructure and making us reliant upon these billionaires now. Otherwise, we can't live.
Yeah. You know, there was an interesting version of that in the 1980s with Ronald Reagan, who was very much a neoconservative hack and an evangelical sympathizer. But the one thing that he did that no other president has really done after him was he grabbed Israel by the fucking neck and said, "Hey, you want any more weapons? You want any more money? If you don't stop bombing Palestine, we are going to cut all your fucking funding, and we're going to fucking throw you out, and you'll have fucking nothing." And Israel's like, "Yipe, yipe, 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 yipe," and they stopped their campaign. So, hey, what do you know? When you actually pull the leash on the rabid dog, he gets pulled back and he stops.
Dude, we gotta. Well, the main issue that can't, if you get rid of Israel, it doesn't get rid of these global banking cartels, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the Illuminati. Basically, it doesn't get rid of them. Do you know what Hitler did when he conquered France, or when he conquered Paris? The first thing that he did,
What?
He arrested everybody that had ever been affiliated with a secret society. Those are the first people he rounded up. His war, if you type in Hitler's war against secret societies, the entire thing was against Illuminatis, Freemason, anybody in Rockefeller, Rothschild, anybody trying to pull the strings from behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
but then a bunch of innocent people got caught up in the mix and then had their citizenship stripped from them and then got exported and then got put in camps. You can say, oh, no, they didn't get massacred. At the very least, they were kept in fucking tight-ass spaces, and a lot of them died of disease. At the very least. So
I agree, but here's the main problem that we have today is that same global banking cartel is existing all throughout all of the media, all throughout all of the politicians. We have to go back and source every single dollar and find out, hey, they've been bombing people with our money. They've been taking this money and using it to pollute the American public and make degeneracy look, amazing. Yeah. We need to be going through these. We got to get rid of the secret society, dude. We got to get rid of these people. It's got to happen.
Yeah. And a lot of those people are the ones that are the lobbyists that back the psychotic, corrupt, elitist politicians that rule us today and try to become conquerors. But I also want to mention, as much as this sounds like me being like, oh, America good, Germany bad, America would never. We had internment camps in the 1940s.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
All the Japanese American citizens in there, and quite a few of them died while they were in our camps.
The American internment camps were worse than German ones by a landslide.
America is literally our immigration policies and our racial policies are literally what motivated Germany in the 1940s. So we are the reason why Germany even developed those philosophies in the first place. We're the OG fucking racist, dude. And before that, it was England. So.
Oh yeah, I know. Do you know the registered Italians as being whites in 1922 to stop us from being projected as not white and being subject to racism because it was that bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Mount Western, take over for me. Catch you later, Andrew B. You will be back in 5 seconds. Holy shit, bro. I love this guy, Vinny, from the 80s, the bombs. That's insane, bro. Yes, sir. Oh, my God, he's back. America's economy doesn't care about anybody or anything except for themselves. Amen, Andrew, especially these days. But you know what? It's not successful. That's the thing. You could say, oh, well, they're successful. They, did all these tariffs and they're their own economy. They're selfish. They're selfish, but they're also masochistic because they are allowing this country to get fucking gutted. And they're only selfish in that the spoils of us crashing the economy and rebuilding it over and over again, guess who that's going to? I'll tell you what, it's not me or you, Vinny. It's going to their stockholders and the traders and their political friends.
The globalist neocon elites who are all fucking Talmudic Jews.
And that includes Marjorie Taylor Greene. She actually got caught for it. So it's
Marjorie Taylor Greene, did you see in 2016, she said that she called out the Jews for having space lasers that were starting fires.
That's
on the
crazy.
news.
Yeah.
Typed in Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jewish space lasers, and then she was questioned about it on Piers Morgan, and you know what she did?
What'd she do?
The worst deflection I've ever seen in my life. Piers Morgan goes, so Marjorie, can you tell us about the Jewish space lasers that you said in 2016 on the news? And she goes, I wrote a book, and you can actually refer to my book, and that's all I'm going to go into it. And like she literally just backed away from the whole thing so hard. And that was like after in 2023.
Yeah.
But
by the way, she's so unpopular in her own state of Georgia that she left the Senate election before she could even start.
She's a bimbo.
Yeah, she is. She sure is. I have a poster of him in my room next to Hamzat Adolf.
Whoa,
I don't know.
Dude, no way. That's so beast, yo. King's World, bro.
That's the best idea, King's World. If you're inviting a Jewish foil over for a night of action, and that might be a major turnoff, King's World. I would not recommend it.
Dude, I convinced two girls now to be totally pro Kanye and pro Hitler. One's black and one's Mexican, dude, and El Salvador.
Yeah, and the black one's Kanye and the other one's Hitler. He's way back in Latin America, dude. There's a reason he went to Argentina. His remains are in there. But
I think Indonesia. But dude, I was playing like Hitler edits on my TV, like on the big screen on the projector.
Okay.
But
I'm just gonna shut down any defense of Kanye, dude. That dude literally needs his meds. That dude needs his meds.
Yeah,
I mean, even beyond like the politics of anything or any of that, dude's a fucking sick fuck when it comes to sex shit. Some of his lyrics are literally fucking. I like to fucking destroy a woman. Like,
his lyrics even talk about how he's a cuck and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
but dude, and I've only listened to one of his songs. I think it's all Infernal Racket. But I said, because I recognize that Kanye changed. I've never really been a fan, but he changed when he was married to Kim Kardashian, right?
Actually, he changed before that. He changed when his mother died. And can you believe his mother died trying to get a plastic surgery on her face?
Wow, that's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But dude, I told my girl that I think that Kim Kardashian poisoned Kanye. And you know what she said?
What?
She's like, my mom has a recording of Kanye West saying Kim Kardashian poisoned him and that he can't drink anything without opening up, like any bottles that are left open, he won't drink.
That's fucking insane. Hey,
the girl I just broke up with.
Wow. You know that, well, I mean, she lied about certain things. So, I mean, I wouldn't 100% think of her as like the number one source for info.
What did she lie about?
Well, she got an abortion without telling you.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, aside from that positive topic, yeah, dude, I think Kanye was always a fucking privileged nepo baby narcissist, even back in 1999, dude. And he was basically like fucking Diddy, except without the evil sex shit, which he developed later on. But I mean, as soon as that dude was fucking grabbing the mic out of fucking Taylor's hands, that dude was a fucking psycho. I could see it. Worse than fucking Drake.
Yeah, I've never liked Kanye. I like him now that he's saying hell.
No. Okay, yeah. I mean, he made Black Klansman back in like 2013. So the signs were always there, good people. It was always there. Dude was just.
Wow, you've been following for a long time.
I don't follow him, but I know the history of him. But yeah, dude, he's always been a spoiled little brat, and the power, the fame, and then losing your mother. I mean, look what happened to John Jones when he lost his sister, dude. Fucking psycho. So, Vinny, because you don't have the mother figure, do you think Freud was fucking right? regarding the fucking male-female relationship and the maternal family shit. It fucks your fucking brain when you lose that.
We talking about penis envy?
Yeah, that too.
That's a daughter, the daughter and father relations.
Next thing you know, Kanye West cited on the street helping out the homeless people by sticking his dick in certain places. So, Vinny, have you ever seen that footage? John Jones, a dude caught him on body camera, and he said, "What are you doing, Jones?" And he said, "Oh yeah, I'm helping the I'm helping homeless people."
Yeah,
yeah,
that was my Charles Felony Bennett's commentary of that is like changing my life, dude.
Yeah,
John Jones is out there looking for a gift from God. I was like, dude, that's exactly what it is when you find a girl that gives you pussy, dude. It's exactly what it is.
So, Vinny, do you think Iran will be defeated since Israel's funding is unlimited?
Well, so here's the thing. Iran is a part of BRICS, right? It's a BRICS nation. The BRICS nations, like Russia, have already threatened Israel and by proxy America, right? So this is basically World War III. This is the biggest war that we could possibly have happen. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that there's going to be a war that occurs that wipes out 99.9% of everybody involved. And we're kind of looking at that if this keeps getting pushed further. And remember, I said that the Israelis have this doctrine of trying to kill all of us. And if things don't go right for them, they do something called the Samson option. Have you heard of that, Hank?
I've heard it be used. But I haven't heard the specifics about the definition.
So in the Bible, the story about Samson and Delilah, have you heard that?
I have heard of that.
So Samson, at the end of his life, after he gets his hair cut, he gets attacked by like 20 men inside of a hall, and he knocks over one of the big pillars and makes the hall fall down and kill everybody. Mm-hmm. Israel's Samson option is to use nukes to basically make the sky fall down and kill everybody in the world along with them before they go out. So I think that Iran can definitely beat Israel, but it's who's backing both of the countries is what really matters. And BRICS isn't going to go out without attacking, and neither will, America would have to be stopped.
Pakistan has threatened using the fucking nuclear option on Israel if this shit keeps on going. So
America, they're all pussies for not, dude.
Also, Trump is literally just a fucking husk at this point. His brain is fucking chocolate pudding at this point. He's letting everybody. He's literally taking advice on the war situation from fucking Fox News.
Yeah, he's not a figure. He's just a figurehead. You know what I mean? He's not really pulling any strings.
Yeah, his brain's made of fucking mush.
Yeah. I'm the retard here. You can't tell, but I'm the retard. I've been grabbing women by the pussy openly for fucking years. I'm the retard, clearly. Look how many times I've been sued.
And also, autism has become an epidemic. I know because I've been infected.
I didn't dodge it. I gave it to myself. The McDonald's hamburgers. I love them. Autism. I call them Asperger's.
I gave it to little Elon. I gave the autism to Elon. Can you believe that?
Little Elon.
It's little Elon.
Said that to McDonald's.
Yeah. He fell on Musk. Fell on Musk. That's what we call him. He's a real criminal. He's a terrible person. I never knew him.
I was like, I gave myself Asperger's by eating too many McDonald's hamburgers. I call them Asperger's.
I found myself on the Epstein list, and now I'm on the Elon list.
Can you believe that?
Modern here, No Chill, and Giuliano. That's all. That's all, folks. I'd never let fucking Modern here, No Chill, and Giuliano. Yeah, I mean, I'd suggest cutting one of those strings loose, Andrew B. Vinny, because the dude literally fucking mocks you on his own streams. Vinny, wish you were in Canada. We need to smoke a J with Hank and discuss politics. And he's not talking about a joint. He's talking about a person of the Hebrew faith smoking him right in front of me and making me watch and accept it.
Well, that would be based, and you would have to.
That would not be based. That would not be based. If you and me and King's World and a Jew were on the street, and guys were threatening him, it would literally American History X, except Irish History X. Somebody's having a fucking curb sandwich. That's all I'll say. Yeah, please.
I was just gonna say that at the curb.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, send me the link. I have sent you the link, Kingsworld. Please hop on,
American History Extra Hebrew.
man. Yeah, Hebrew History X.
I'm about to hit a dab. Do you care?
No, I don't care. And Kingsworld, it should be here. There he is. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Kingsworld's
Kingsworld.
a beast.
Yo, my internet's ass. I can't really see myself. You can see me?
I can see
Yeah,
you.
dude.
We can
I
see you.
fuck with your heavy.
Dude,
Really?
you look like you literally look like Nacho from Better Call Saul, like Michael Mondo, you know?
Hell yeah, bro.
You know what I can't stand? I can't fucking stand the idea we could do the same thing. Have I ever told you the definition
Hold up,
of
one sec.
insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over
Can
again.
you see me?
I can see you, dude. You're good. You're clear.
No,
You're crystal. Doing the same fucking thing.
Okay, because I don't.
Oh, okay.
One sec.
All right. Well, let's see.
One
Yo,
sec.
I'm gonna smoke a dab right now. Do you guys
Yeah,
want to
here
see?
comes the dab from old Vinny the Guinea. More like World War II.
It's okay. I don't have to see myself as long.
Yeah, the audio's good. The audio's good. More like World War IV. Don't forget Russia versus Ukraine. That's not going to result in the nuke getting used because Russia's a little fucking pussy. Anyway, how's it going, Ty Betts? Good to see you, my brother. Welcome
Hey, how
once
come
again.
Kingsworld left?
He left? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
fucking. I'm Oh yeah, he is gone. Shit. He'll come back.
Kingsworld come back, dude.
Yeah, he'll have a Vinny situation on his hands. There we go. Let's try this again.
Yo, Kingsworld, are you Muslim, bro?
He's here. Yo.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Uh-oh. Off he goes again. Oh, well, it's a Vinny and Hank show. It doesn't matter. It's the Vinny and Hank show. And Kingsworld coming in sporadically and hanging out for 2 seconds and then leaving.
Yeah,
That's what I should rename the stream to.
Yeah, right, dude.
Dude, that'd be a hit. That sounds catchy as hell, let me tell you. He's gone. He's it's like Michael Jackson said, he's out of my life. He's out of my life. It cuts like a knife.
Did you see
He's out of my life.
It's not working still, but whatever.
No, I can hear you now, dude.
Yeah, as long as you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
I know,
Can you
but
hear
we can
me?
hear you.
Yeah, so bro, yeah, I am Muslim, man. I just want to say when I heard you say Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and everything you're saying, the knowledge that you have about the war and all this information and BlackRock and shit, bro, you're a gem, man. I just want to say this.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
bro, I don't know you. This is my first time hopping on here, but I already like you a lot, bro. You're a chill guy.
Actually,
you know a lot of shit.
Kingsworld, this is not the first time you have hopped onto my channel. If you recall, way back in I think it was October, November, and I was doing some Hank Sink Tank, and then you hopped right on, man, and we had a nice conversation. So, Kingsworld is an OG of Hank's Warzone, and or at least this when it was a cringy ass podcast, and now it's a based ass podcast. You know.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Hell yeah. Nice to meet you, bro. My name's Sadiq.
Dude,
What's your name?
I find it so ironic.
Sadiq, yo, that's a nice
Sadiq.
name, bro. Mashallah, bro, that's a nice name.
Yeah.
Like Abu Bakr as-Siddiq,
I
the
find
first king, the first Khalifa.
What is it?
Like Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, the first Khalifa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First king.
Bro, shit. That's nice. You live in America?
Yeah, bro. Do you know like what I'm known for around these parts? Me.
Who?
Dude, I eat like 150 habaneros and do impressions and hit like 1.5 grams dabs. And Chael Sonnen even recognized me, like with the ESPN on my behalf.
Yeah, it's
Do
the
you know
real
that
Chael
I do,
Holy shit.
bro? I do miracles on live streams. Like I'll move stuff with my brain. Like I'm like known for doing that in the community. Basically, Koromat.
Yo, what the
Yeah,
fuck? All right, I'm gonna check it out. So, what's the name of the
MMA
channel?
Aryan.
MMA what?
MMA-Aryan.
He's Vinny the Guinea.
Hold
He's
on.
Vinny the Guinea. All right, that's his regular channel name. It's Vinny the Guinea.
I have like 500 videos of like starting fires with my brain and like spawning fire in my hands and moving shit with my brain. And
You're fucking around.
no, it's
or
Ask
what?
Hank.
Yeah, he's Harry Houdini. He's Harry
Really?
Houdini, man.
Dude, I do it on stream too.
He's the
Houdini.
new David Copperfield. Bro.
Oh shit, bro. So, bro, you're a millionaire?
I don't know how I'm not. It's really weird. It's like limbo. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, what
I'm
the
saying.
fuck?
You know, I should be calling him Raspu Vinny at this point.
Rasputin, dude.
Raspu Vinny, yeah. Ra ra Raspuvin, lover of the hanky.
Rasta Putin. What'd you say?
You're in America?
Yeah, I live in Denver, dude. I'm about to hit the biggest dab that any human can hit, dude. I'm about to get like 50 rips off this. Watch.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Yo, it's lagging on my end. I want to see this shit. Hold up.
It's coming. It's
Take it, and then I'm gonna go on the stream later and replay.
Dude,
it.
I find it so ironic that I'm technically a Jew and I've got like a whole fucking Islamic alliance on my side in my live chat. I got Vinny, I've got King's World, I've got Hamoud, Talmud, I've got who else have I got? I got just all I got a whole freaking legion on my side, dude.
The Quran orders
They
us
say
to
you're-
protect Jews and Christians. So the sister faith of Islam is Judaism, and the Quran orders us to protect Jews and Christians, and Prophet Muhammad ordered us to be soft towards the Jews, and he said to protect them if they ever fall into hardship or problems. That's why historically the Jews have always sought refuge with Muslim countries. That's why after World War II, they knew that they could rely on the Muslims to take them in, and that's exactly what happened. I know people that have deeds that have written on the deed, and this much family goes to this much land goes to this Jewish family. And those same Jews that they let onto their properties and gave deeds to came to them with shotguns like 50 years later and kicked them out of their own lands. That only happened
Yeah,
because the
bro.
Muslims were so tolerant and loving towards the Jews. Otherwise, they would have never been in their lands in the first place.
Facts.
Amen,
Literally,
amen.
bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. But I think it's also very telling that I think I'm a very amicable guy to the point where even people who would otherwise have a context of maybe disliking me are some of my closest friends. So I don't know, man. All it takes is some fucking retard in the Midwest and some little bro in the out east to try to fucking ruin everything. All bunch of fucking white pussies.
Yeah, dude, we got to fight the suckers, dude. If we stick together, we could all be brothers.
Yeah, for sure. I remember
Hell yeah,
King's
man.
World hopped on during the Hank Idaho breakup. No Chill was. I mean, in other news, the sky is fucking blue. You know. And also,
yeah, Hank. I don't think you're a Jew, bro. I think you think you're.
I'm
a Jew,
ethnically,
but I think you're
ethnically,
Muslim.
I'm but in terms of
You're Muslim. You're Muslim.
yeah, I mean, it's a. I talked with Vinny about it as a religious debate. And Islam is a hell of a faith, man. I really do. And I looked at websites, and people are like, dude, Islam's the fucking #1 religion in the whole world in terms of quality. So, hey, I'm not going to deny it. But also, I'm going to say that I'm a free fucking spirit, and everything I've gotten in life, I've taken with my own fucking bare hands, and it's come from my own brain and my own. I didn't need no prayers. I fucking had a game plan, and I fucking got through it. My dad, you know, he's the same kind of fucking cat. So it's how I was raised. It's how I'm going to stay. But I am accepting of all faiths of people who are my friends. It's the same thing as, if anything, I follow the life of pi philosophy of taking an influence from everybody.
Well, bro, you're going to heaven. I think you're a good-hearted person, and no matter what you do,
Thanks, man. Yeah. I mean,
No, you have good people around you.
I sincerely believe that if religion is just, it'll let people who never experienced religion but who did deeds to go to heaven anyway. Because, I mean, think about this. There are some people in this world who don't even know what the word religion means, who have been completely isolated from religion and lived out in the fucking wild to fend for themselves. And are those people going to go to heaven or going to go to hell? It makes you wonder.
Yeah, so here's the difference, bro. Here's the difference. Good you brought this up because I was literally thinking about it before you spoke about it, but I didn't want to say shit because I don't want to interfere in your religion.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, is these people, bro, they don't know. Like, because they don't know, they go to heaven because they don't know at all. God never brought a message to them anyway. See how we're talking about this now and how you have Vinny and you hear him, how he speaks and how he's reading. Like you said, he spoke to you about this before. So you got the knowledge. Now you have the choice to take that knowledge, to learn and educate yourself, and then become Muslim. Or no, I'm not saying become Muslim, but let's say if that's the truth that you're going by and like that, and you want to go with the truth, then let's say you go by it, you learn, and you go accept it. Then at that point, you can't say like, oh, but I didn't know, or like that. You like the signs have been given to you. Like today, even if you decide I don't want to be a Muslim and you go on with life, the signs came to you. You had people
Right.
around you that brought you, even if he said one word, but you have the knowledge. Now you know that this
Yeah.
religion exists. You know it might be the truth, but it's up
Mhm.
to you, bro. So if you end up not saying anything, you're going to go to hell or heaven. Nobody knows.
I'm gonna
Only,
let
only God. But
I'm gonna let Vinny hit his dab.
Yeah. Well, let me just add real quick that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that a prostitute went to heaven simply because she filled her shoe up with water from a well and gave it to a dog that was thirsty. So she wasn't a
you fucking
Muslim.
read this.
She was just a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? Good people, God reads your intention, not your actions. It's what you intended to get done, not what actually happened. If you're a good-hearted person, you will make your way to heaven. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also said that heaven is or hellfire is impermissible for any good-hearted and gentle-natured person. You know what I'm saying? It's got nothing to do with religion.
It sounds like a religion that's against pushing one's religion onto others and like imposing it onto others, which I very much respect.
Do you know that there's a chapter in Quran, right? It's called the Disbelievers, chapter 109. The chapter says, for you is your religion, and for me is my religion. For you is your way, and for me is mine. I will not worship that which you worship, and you will not worship that which I worship. It's called the Disbelievers. I just quoted the entire verse to you.
Yeah.
That's the whole chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool? Do you know that it says in the Quran that compulsion is completely impermissible in religion? You can't force anybody in religion to do anything. Isn't that cool?
Well, we'll be back. Wait, what?
Yeah, right.
He'll be back. He's basically like the he's like the invite link version of Andrew B. You know, I'm out. I'm back.
I was just gonna say that. Just gonna say that, dude. That's so funny.
That was good, bro. How's it going, Trace? Good to see you, my man. How we know Vinny when JBD is live, so he come in and takes over this planet with MMA. He's gonna get loud, that's for sure. Get loud! That dude's a fucking schizo.
He left
at King's World. All right, he's back. All right, I'm coming back. Like Sniff, yeah. Sniff will definitely take over. Oh man, unfortunately, King's World's Wi-Fi is just utter dog shit. So it's gonna get in the way of things, but it is what it is. You smoke, Hank? No, but I have a chewing habit, so whenever something looks like a cigar, I like to pretend like I'm chewing on it. I do not smoke. Vinny is a god in MMA history. Cannot disagree with you there, Andrew. This man is an utterly unique individual, and it's good. It's good for our space. And he actually has a functioning brain, unlike 90% of this community, and that's a big benefit to have. You know. I mean, obviously he's letting it melt a little bit. He's letting a few synapses spring here and there. But Bob Dylan did too, and look at what he produced.
This lights your brain up like a Christmas tree. It doesn't hurt it. You know that?
Yeah, like a Bruce Willis with a machine gun. Ha ha ha. There he goes. Rastafari. Yo, June 20th, my internet will be back. Good. I'll hop on later. Let's have a convo properly another time. Sounds good, King's World. Thanks for the conversation earlier, man. It seems like you and Vinny really had some good chemistry together. Are you were on the same plane, man? Oh man, strobe lights, dude. My dad has Christmas lights, like strobe light flash Christmas lights. It looks so fucking against the wall, man. Good
Hell
shit.
Yeah.
King's World wonders where you got your stash.
I buy it up the street from Mecca, the dispensary.
Nice. Base. I was actually, Vinny, I was on an edible once.
No way.
Yep.
You partake?
Mm-hmm. I mean, on occasion. Yeah, dude. I got handed it to me during a music concert. Just like, oh, dude, come on, this is just this is the bare minimum right here. So okay, it's an edible, and it's not. And dude, a fucking concert, and you got an edible, dude. It's the fucking best, man. There have been so many periods in my life where it's like sometimes it's hard for me to not notice symptoms that I'm having. Or be very like, I guess that's the Jewish side of me right there. Oh my God, I'm contracting, Babla.
Yeah.
Oh, my skin, it's broken out in a rash, and my nose, oh, it's so clogged. And
I'm having symptoms. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. Oh my God, I feel so sensitive. My skin, it breaks out. I sweat. I can't sleep.
In hives, you would never believe it.
The hives, they go right up my arms, down my legs, and sometimes I have trouble breathing at night when I'm thinking of ladies. And sometimes my right hand, it goes soft. But
like you felt the fish.
Gefilte fish and salmon and lox, and I do sometimes I eat capers and they get stuck in my throat for a second, and I feel like I'm choking for a millisecond.
And then it hurts my sciatica.
Yeah, it hurts my balls, and my balls really itch when that happens.
Dude,
yo,
dude, we gotta voice Iran bombing fucking Israel. It's just a country of them getting fucking bombed, and now they have all these problems like for their backs.
Oh, speaking of which, holy shit, what was that?
I was trying to let some of this fucking. I need some fresh air, dude. God damn.
Yeah, he's gonna suffocate. He's gonna suffocate himself, man. But yeah, but oh my God, dude! I was playing my Xbox, and next thing you know, I felt a missile destroy my power system, and I can't play Halo anymore. Yo, Vinny, that's a proper fucking hit, bro. Holy shit! You like big talks like me. Proper 12 from Vinny the Guinea, yeah.
You gotta have your pea head rung, you little hillbilly. You gotta ring that pea head.
What do you think of Usman turning back the clock and pulling off an upset on Joaquin Buckley? Fuck Usman, yeah. Fuck Usman.
Little what is it, Malteser head, yeah?
Yeah, you little peanut head rat.
Yeah, right. Look, mad backwards rat. I gotta take a piss, dude. I drank that whole drink. Let me go take a piss. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, and then probably give us a couple more minutes and then call it quits.
All right, I'll be fast.
Gotta get some water in the meantime. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh shit. Hello everybody. Welcome back. Yo, you bets. And are you a real person? Are you, speaking of people, are you a real person? John Jones is a good person, or are you an alt of somebody else? I'm wondering, man, because you came in out of nowhere, you know. But I'm wondering. You got to prove to me that you're not an alt, or else I don't know, man. It might be adios for you. That's all I'm saying. I will leave from Giuliano. He's done with me anyways. Wow. Okay, harsh stuff from Andrew B. You and Vinny are both like, oh man, fuck this Giuliano dude. Dude, I'm roasting the shit out of him. Yeah, dude. And the next thing you know, it's like, dude, Giuliano, hey man, how's it going? Hey, you want to collab sometime?
Hey guys.
That's all, folks.
Like Jimmy from South
Yeah.
Park.
I remember when I remember there was a scene where Porky Pig like hit his thumb with a hammer, and he was like, "Son of a gun."
Really, that's so funny. We almost said it.
Yeah, that was back in like the fucking Incredible they way with that. But Looney Tunes was fucking on top of the world. They could do no wrong. He's cool, but in his head ain't in the right place. Looks like he used to do a lot of crack 5 to 10 years ago. Dude, that's just Giuliano's way of speaking, dude. The guy's been nasally forever.
Dude, King's World is so fucking base, dude. That is insane.
He is quite base. Like he's so base that he almost immediately was like, dude, Hank, I love your stuff. Idaho, dude, he's bringing the shit down, dude. Like, fucking separate from him. So he was fucking Kingstradamus forever.
Wow, you did not tell me that, dude. That's wild.
I'm a real person. No, I see. How long have you been in the MMA community, and why'd you hop in here?
John Jones is a good person. That's it.
Yeah, dude. No Chill's a complete fucking John Jones defender, so could easily.
He is?
Yeah. Makes me wonder.
Wow, dude. I think he might be a little homosexual, dude. What do you think?
All I will say is that he did wrestling practice with Jeff Molina. So you make your own conclusions from that.
You got to be gay then, dude. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah. Either that or there's a reason why he's probably involved in all these fucking financial schemes and all this blackmailing is because dude was aligned with a guy who got caught in a fucking betting scandal. What does base?
Well, it's illegal for him to gamble. He's 19.
Interesting. What does base mean? It means actually true. It means popular take that I support. That means you know your shit when you said it. And by the way, the right wing, they completely appropriated that term from the socialists and the left wing of this country who used base and discords and online platforms to show support for each other. And the right just basically fucking copped it. They made it be like, oh, dude, Trump, this 78-year-old guy with the man diaper is so base, dude. Like, absolute fucking bullshit. Yeah, so it was a left-wing fucking socialist term first, and they stole it from us.
Well, dude, you see that, I don't know if I showed you, but all the people that I align with are lefties, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that shares the same values that I do, anti-war, equal rights, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm tired of those fucking fake libertarian motherfuckers who only care about war and everything else. Oh yeah, I love these old fucking conservative white men, you know.
Never met a war they don't like.
I wanna have my tax breaks and have my drugs too. Wee wee.
Yeah, I'm saying, dude, it's fucking. You can tell that these people are like the upper class elites that are making these fucking views because they're totally detached from reality.
Yeah, but oh god, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so you're. I mean, I was gonna make the joke. Yeah, you know, we're both socialists. It's just, you know, mine's democratic and yours begins with a an N. You know, But we're both socialists at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, they both actually start with socialist,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
National Socialist Party. That's what.
National. Yeah, exactly. Yours is national, mine's democratic. But we have similar interests. Giuliano's great, and sometimes he doesn't like and care about me anymore. He only cares about other mods. Well, I mean, it's not him not caring, Andrew. It's that sometimes he literally was like, I'm going to scroll down and talk to the very bottom of the chat because I can't keep up. Like, don't think it's ignoring you, Andrew. Like, he literally doesn't, he like just jumps sometimes. So I wouldn't get offended by that. Andrew, even though I got to say he is based, there are some aspects of him that are very much that of a narcissist, but it's a loving narcissist,
Keeping it real.
Yeah. He thinks that he can't handle me at all. Yeah. Well, I mean, there were times that I could not handle Andrew B when as a mod, but he's gotten better. He's gotten better. You don't want to get on his bad side, I'll tell you that much.
Dude, did you see me roast Giuliano on Clown Show?
Yes. I did.
Dude, I just came up with like 1,000 insults out of nowhere, dude. Like fucking all kinds of like fucking just crazy quips, fucking destroying him, dude. It was wild.
No Chill did tap to Molina. Says your favorite fed.
Dude,
oh,
did you see I made Giuliano tap? He was like, Vinny, let's bury the hatchet. I literally beat him that bad in a fucking an insult fucking battle. Did you see that shit?
How the fuck is Fed like commenting a bunch and I'm not able to see anything he's saying? Shout out to Hank's pet Muslims. Yeah, they're good people, let me tell you. Being a punching bag. Let's see. Get Andrew butt cheese on. Hey, you watch it, but Andrew, you got that wrench. All I'm saying, Andrew. But what were you saying, Vinny? By the way, only fucking 2 or 3 likes, and we got 8 people in here. Like the fucking stream, people.
It's because they don't like Muslims, dude.
yeah. And instead of like doing the thumbs up, they want to do the But there's no option for that. Yeah.
They're like saying that we need to bomb Iran because Iran says death to America.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it's like I've never actually seen any country that's more genocidal, and like the American people talk about fucking up other countries like it's no problem, like it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bomb those sand niggers, blah blah blah, shit like that, dude. I've heard the craziest shit from them. It's so fucking baffling how they could talk that way. Other people usually talk with like mercy and justice, but the American people usually talk real ruthlessly, like cowboys, out western people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're all deeply insecure, and they glamorize the ones who committed a mass genocide in this country.
The Indian killers. Jackson is on the $20 bill. He killed 20 million people with the Indian Removal Act.
Yep, you sure did. And before Germany manifested its destiny, we were doing it. So.
Germany manifested its destiny.
Yeah, I mean, they had their final solution.
That's
they love this terminology for horrific, war-torn, fucking expansionist shit they do.
Yeah, manifest destiny. What do they call it? Predestinarianism or some shit like that.
Yeah, there is an image of that period that still sort of gives me the fucking heebie-jeebies. That shows just a big lady with wings, just I'm floating out west. Join me, brothers. And meanwhile, you see in the bottom left corner, Indians like, fuck, run! Holy fucking shit, they're setting us on fire, they're killing us! And you see, and then some lady on top, hey, we're so peaceful and we're civilized. And I just want to be like, dude, fucking, if I see a fucking Yankee Doodle Dandy in the fucking 1800s, I'd fucking smash his fucking head in.
Dude, and it's so wild because when you're taught as a kid in America growing up, you're just sort of like, I remember going to George Custer's like battlefield and like going and collecting like Indian like arrowheads myself and bullets they would fire myself. And I was just thinking, yeah, we were here fighting the Indians, but never thinking, what the fuck were we fighting the Indians over? You know what I'm saying?
For land that we didn't deserve. We only even had a chance of it because just like the Spanish, we decided even when we didn't want to kill them, we were fucking killing millions of them through disease. So we were fucking wiping them out because we're literally a fucking virus. And
giving them smallpox intentionally too, using bio warfare, things that are banned today.
Yeah, and then the Indians should have fucking shot Lewis and Clark through the skulls where they fucking stood.
Yeah, dude, they were they were in the right to even be attacking them in the first place. The crazy part is the Americans, the original colonizers, they had enough money to be over here and to be shooting them. They could have also had enough money to be striking a deal and to be, trying to co-populate with the population. And now you have a bunch of workers to fucking populate your cities and to do all the jobs and to make your villages successful. But instead they wanted to die in small little groups that couldn't even handle fucking like season changes and shit. Do you remember the original groups that like John Smith were in? They all died off of not having clean water and like having like mosquitoes biting them and shit.
Yep. Vinny
it's like,
knows
dude, if you would have kept the Indians around, they would have showed you how to live.
Yeah, the Indians literally saved your population from dying because you didn't know how to farm shit. Literally, if he wasn't for fucking what's his name, fucking Sacagawea, you folks would be fucking dead.
Yeah, dude.
If I'm a butt cheese
from a Jew, dude, that's good from you.
Yeah, that's my homeboy, Sacagawea. He's the first Jew in America, man. Trust.
Your homeboy.
Yeah, and whenever when the bad people in Central Europe came in, they for sure they sacked. If I'm a butt cheat, you are an assassin. You are to those people that have called me a damn based from Andrew B. Once again, man, just keeps it up, dude. Talk about the Israel-Iran situation. It's very interesting. We already did. We can have that. We can have that as our final subject because I actually got to probably end this thing soon. But yeah, let's have one last concluding.
How come you don't do long form content like Clown does like the 9-hour streams, 13-hour streams?
Fuck that. I'm fucking young. I'm fucking 20 something years old. I'm not gonna let my health go to fucking waste in my 20s and be confined to a fucking wheelchair when I'm 50.
Well, the thing is when you do stream for that long, you develop a stronger, like you break down your voice and then you build it back stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. But dude, I've seen fucking instances of these podcasters and people who sit in chairs on YouTube all day, fucking dying from some rare heart condition, and at fucking 30 years old, dude. This content fucking eats people alive. I don't think the U.S. will
you
get.
You got to be built for this shit. That's for sure, dude.
Favorite Fed. We'll see. Favorite Fed. I hope not, but something tells me they will, and I don't think it's actually going to benefit Israel. I think we're gonna lose our troops. We're gonna get fucking destroyed, and Trump's gonna taco out. He's gonna chicken out like he always does, and he's just gonna leave. I mean, he tried to fucking settle Israel and Ukraine and Russia on day one, and next thing you know, he's just letting them do their thing. So. Yeah.
Dude, this is honestly, bro, if you look at our numbers and our people, we're mostly conscripts inside of our military. We don't have any battle-hardened military because we haven't had any battles to be fighting. All of the people that are in our military, if you look, we had a 78% wipeout of everybody who took the vaccine, got some sort of vaccine-related injury and had to leave the military. We've had our ranks utterly and completely crippled to the point that we're having to refresh them with like Venezuelans and people from Central America.
Yeah, we're a bunch of patriotic pussies.
Yeah, exactly. Like daddy's boys and shit.
Go to college.
Basically, Bo Nickel with a fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, with a gun. Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Bo Nickel with a rifle.
Yeah,
so
dude,
if you look at fucking
now, all Iran needs to do is just hire a bunch of Rainier Doritters to go out on the battlefield and just hit some knees in the clinch, and he'll take us right out,
Holy shit, that's funny, dude. That's so good.
Dude. I think I'm gonna end it on that, dude. I think that's a good closing one right there.
All right, buddy.
You got one last statement. You can make it for sure.
Dude, we should fucking work together and fucking come up with some good content ideas. I have a bunch of video ideas all the time. We should work on them and Make clever quips about every fucking idea that pops up.
Yeah, dude. I think we should do some more storyboarding for the stream series that we want to start off with, dude. I think I enjoyed giving you some of the dialogue for that first thing, but keep on hitting me up, man. I'll keep writing some dialogue, and if you want, you can add some of yours too.
Yeah, dude, we can bounce back and forth and keep crafting and brainstorming. That's the point of being able to do this. And people like to hear our fucking, like, you just came up with a clever quip right there. People like to hear us bouncing shit back and forth. We should do it more and on specific topics and write down all the material that we make and put it into something like an actual, like a clip or a video.
Damn right. Yeah. But
Like
that's
you-
going to be coming up, people. It's going to be on the horizon. So stay tuned. Because this is only the start of the Vinny and Hank partnership. We're not going to let no fucking 19-year-old Adderall, no testosterone babies break us up. So stay tuned, folks. This bond's unbreakable, homie. This ain't no Idaho situation. I got a real one from fucking base Democratic Colorado who's not a dumbass fucking red-pilled Trumper motherfucker. So catch you later, guys. You have escaped the war zone.